Hello friends, in this video tutorial we are going to learn how to send multiple or bulk or mass email from PHP script by using PHPMailer library with Ajax JQuery. In our previous post we have seen how to send email in PHP by using PHPMailer, so now we have go to some advanced concept and use that library for send bulk email from our system. Here we have used jQuery and Ajax functionality for send mass email from PHP script, so all process will done at backend side and multiple email will send to particular email without refresh of web page. Suppose in your web application and you want to send newsletter of new product multiple customer, then at a time you cannot send email to single customer one by one. But at that time this feature will help you can send bulk email newsletter to all customer in single click and email will be sent to customer without refresh of web page because we have used Ajax and jQuery for this. Here we will make simple system from which not only we will send bulk email but also we can also send single mail also. Now we are going to learn this topic. This is our testing database, and in this we have simple customer table with 3 table column like customer ID, customer name and customer email. In this table we have already inserted some customer data, so we will first this data from this table and after this we will write code for send an email to customer by using PHP with Ajax jQuery and PHPMailer library. This our index page, and on this page we have already loaded this JavaScript library jQuery and Bootstrap library in head section by using this link. Now we have go to body section and make one HTML table with 4 table column like customer name, email, select and action. Now under this table we want to load customer data from table with checkbox and email send button. For load customer data from table, so first we want to make database connection, so we have write $connect variable is equal to new class with 3 argument like MySQL host is equal to localhost, database name is equal to testing, username set to root and password set to blank. After making of database connection, so now we have write $query variable is equal to select star from customer table order by customer ID. This query will fetch data from customer table. Now we have write $statement variable is equal to database connection string $connect variable with prepare statement with $query variable. This statement will prepare query for execution. After this we want to execute query, so we have write $statement variable with execute method. This method will execute select query. After execute of query, now we want to get query execution result, so we have write $result variable is equal to $statement variable with fetch all method. This method will fetch data of query execution and store into this $result variable. Now we have go to HTML table and here we have write PHP code like $count variable value is equal to 0. We will increment this variable value and we will use this variable value to generate dynamic button. Below this we have write for each loop, and under condition we have write $result variable as $row variable. By using this for each loop we can fetch data from this $result variable. Under this loop first we have write $count variable is equal to count variable plus 1, here we have increased $count variable value by 1 on every interval. Now we want to print customer data in HTML table, so we have write echo statement with HTML code like open and close table row tag. In first column we want to print customer name, so we have write open and close table data tag, and between this we have write $row customer name variable. In second column we want to display email ID, so we have write open and close table data tag, and between this we have write $row customer email variable. In third column we want to display checkbox, and by clicking this checkbox we can define customer to whom we want to send email. For display checkbox we have write input type is equal to checkbox with attribute name is equal to single select, class is equal to single select. We will use this class name as selector in jQuery code. In this checkbox here we have write data email attribute is equal to $row customer row variable, and in data name attribute is equal to $row customer name variable. We will fetch both attribute value in jQuery code. In last column we want to display button for send single email, so here we have write button type is equal to button, name is equal to email button, and class is equal to email button. We will list this class name as selector in jQuery code. In this button we have write id attribute is equal to $count variable, data email is equal to $row customer email variable, and data name attribute is equal to $row customer name variable. We will fetch this all attribute value in jQuery code, and lastly in button we have write data action attribute is equal to single. By using this attribute value we can know this button is used for send single email. In table lastly we want to display bulk email button, so we have defined one more table row tag, and in this we have defined two table data tag. In second table data tag we have defined button type is equal to button, name is equal to bulk email, class is equal to email button, id is equal to bulk email, and data action is equal to bulk. Here we have used same class name email button which we have used above, but here in data action variable is equal to bulk. From this attribute value we can identify this button is used for send bulk mail and jQuery code. Now we have moved to write jQuery code. Here we have write $with button class name email button with click event, so when we have click on send single or bulk email button this code will execute. Under this first we want the disabled button, so we have write $this with attribute method with two argument, and in both argument we have write disabled attribute. This code will disable particular button. After this we want to get rid of particular button on which we have clicked, so we have write variable id is equal to $this with attribute method, and under this we have write id attribute. This code will get value of id and store into this id variable. Now we want to get value of data action attribute. From this we can know button on which we click is for send single email or bulk email. So we have write action variable is equal to $this with data method, and in this method we have write action variable. This code will fetch value of data action variable and store into action variable. Now we have defined variable email data variable is equal to array. In this variable we will store email data like customer email and name in array format. After this we have write if statement, and under condition we have write action variable is equal to single. Here this condition will check if action variable value is equal to single, then it will execute if block of code, otherwise it will execute else block of code. Suppose action variable value is single, that means we have click on button for send single email. It will execute if block of code, and this block we have write email data variable with push method. This method will store data in this variable in array format. Under this method we have write email object with value get from $this data email variable. Here we have define email object, and in this object we have get value from particular button data email variable in which we have store customer email. Same way we have it another object name with value get from $this data name variable. Here we have define name object, and in this object we have get value from particular button data name variable in which we have store customer name. This way we have store email data like email and name fetch from button data attribute and store into email data variable in array format in case of sent of single mail. But suppose action variable value is not equal to single, then it will execute else block of code, and in this block we have defined customer data for send bulk email, and here we will fetch customer data from checkboxes data email and name attribute. So here we have write $with checkbox class single select with each method with function. By using this each method we can fetch all checkbox in which we have defined this single select class one by one. After this we want to fetch checkbox of only let which are checked by user. So here we have if statement, and under condition we have write $this with pop method, and under this we have write checked is equal to true. This condition will check particular checkbox is checked or not. If it is checked, then it will execute if block of code, otherwise no action has been taken. Suppose particular checkbox has been checked, then it will execute if block of code. In this block we have write email data variable with push method. This method will store data in this variable in array format. Under this method we have write email object with value get from $this data email variable. Here we have define email object, and in this object we have get value from particular checkbox data email variable in which we have store customer email. Same way we have it another object name with value get from $this data name variable. Here we have define name object, and in this object we have get value from particular checkbox data name variable in which we have store customer name. This way we have store email data like email and name fetch from checkbox data attribute and store into email data variable in array format in case of sent of single mail. After getting email data for send single or bulk email, now we have start write Ajax request, and in this we have first write URL option set to send mail.php page. Here we have send requested to this page. In second option we have write method option, and in this option we have write post method, so here we have used post method for send data to server. In third option we have write data option. In this option we can define which data we want send to server, so here we have define email data which we want send to server. In this variable we have store customer email and named data in array format. In fourth option we have write before send callback function. This function has been called before it will send request to server. In this function we want to change text of particular button, so we have write $with id selector value get from id variable with HTML method, and in this we have write sending. This code will change particular button text. After this, in this function we want to change background color of particular button, so we have write $with id selector value get from id variable with add class method, and under this we have write bootstrap button danger class. This code will change particular button background change to red color. Lastly, in Ajax request we have write success callback function. This function has been called if Ajax requested completed successfully, and this function will receive data from server which we can fetch from this data argument. Under this function we have write if statement, and under condition we have write data variable value is equal to OK. This condition will check if this variable value is equal to OK, then it will execute if block of code, otherwise it will execute else block of code. Suppose data variable value is equal to OK, then it will execute if block of code and mail has been sent successfully, and under this block first we want to change particular button text, so we have write $with selector value get from a variable with text method, and under this we have write success. This code will change button text to success. After this we want to change background color of button, so we have write $with selector value get from a variable with remove class, and in this we have write button danger class. This code will remove this class from button class attribute. Same way we have again write $with selector value get from a variable with remove class method, and under this we have write button info class. This code will also remove this class from button class attribute. Now we have again write $with selector value get from a variable with add class method, and under this we have write button success. This code will change particular button background to green color. But suppose data variable value is not equal to OK, that means there is some error in email sent and it will execute else block of code, and under this block of we have write $with selector value get from a variable with text method, and under this we have write data variable. This will display value of data which received from server script will be displayed on button text. Lastly, we want to enable particular button, so we have write $with selector value get from a variable with attribute method with two argument like disabled and false. This code will enable particular button. Now we have moved to write PHP code for send single or bulk mail on sendmail.php. On this page we have write if statement, and under condition we have write set function will $post email data variable. This condition will check if value of this variable is set or not. If set, then it will execute if block of code. Suppose value of this variable is set, then it will execute if block of code, and under this we have write require statement with class folder name /class.phpmailer.php. Here we have include this PHPMailer library in this code, and we have store this library in class folder. After this we have define $output variable is equal to blank value. In this variable we will store data which we want to send back to Ajax request. Now we have write for each loop, and under condition we have write $post email data variable as $row variable. By using this loop we can fetch data from this $post email data variable one by one. Now we have create object of this PHPMailer class, so we have write $mail variable is equal to new PHPMailer class. Here we have create $mail object of this PHPMailer class. After this we start writing PHPMailer configuration for send email. So we have write $mail object with isSMTP method. This method sets mailer to send message using SMTP credential. Below this we have write $mail object with host is equal to SMTP out.secureserver.net. Here we have define SMTP host server. After define host server, now we have again write $mail object with post is equal to 80. Here we have define SMTP server port. Now we have write $mail object with SMTP auth is equal to true. Here we have define SMTP authentication is like username and password is required for send email. Below this we have write $mail object with username is equal to SMTP username. Here you have to define your SMTP username. If you have, then write here. After define username, now we have write $mail object with password. Here you have to define your SMTP password. If this both SMTP username and password proper, then it will send email. Then after we have write $mail object with SMTP secure is equal to blank. Here you can write SSL or TSL if you have, otherwise leave blank. Now we have again write $mail object with from option. Here we can define email from which you have received email. So here we have write email from which we want to send email. Below this we have write $mail object with from name is equal to $post name variable. Here we have sets from name of the message and this name will be viewed to receiver. Now we want to set receiver email address, so here we have write $mail object with add address method with 2 argument. In first we have write $row email and in second argument we have write $name variable. So this way we have set receiver information. Below this we have again write $mail object with is HTML method with argument true. Here we have set message type to HTML, otherwise the email format will be plain text. Now we want to define subject of email, so we have write $mail object with subject is equal to lorem ipsum text. Here we have defined value of email subject. And lastly email configuration, we want to define email body, so we have write $mail object with body is equal to lorem ipsum text in HTML format. So here we have defined email body in HTML format. So this way we have set email body. So here email configuration is completed with all necessary information and now we can send single or bulk email. So for send email we have write $result variable is equal to $mail object with send method. By using this method we can send single of bulk email and this method will return status of email send which we have stored in $result variable. After storing email send status in $result variable, now we have write if statement and under condition we have write $result code variable is equal to 400. This condition will check if this $result code variable value is equal to 400, then it will execute if block of code. Suppose $result code variable value is equal to 400, that means mail is not sent and it will execute if block of code, and under this we have write $output variable and in this variable we have append error get from this $result full error variable. This way we can store email not sent error in $output variable. Now here we have write if statement and under condition we have write $output variable value is equal to blank. Here if $output variable value is equal blank, then it will execute if block, otherwise it will execute else block of code. Suppose $output variable is blank, that means all mail sends successfully and it will execute if block of code, and under this block we have write echo statement with OK text, which we have sent to Ajax request. But $output variable has some value, that means there is some error has been occur while sending of any email. So it will execute else block of code, and here we have write echo statement with $output variable value which we have sent to Ajax request. So here our code is ready for how to send single or bulk email by using PHPMailer with Ajax JQuery. So we have save it and check output in browser. Friends, here we can see that when page has been loaded into browser, then on web page we can see that customer name, their email address with one checkbox for selection and one send button, and below this we can see send bulk button also. By this single send button we can send single email to particular customer, and suppose we want to send bulk email, then we can check the checkbox of particular customer to whom send email and click on send bulk button. By clicking this button we can send bulk email to checkbox. Now first we have check single send email, so here we want to send email to John Unger, so here we have click on this button. After click on single send button has been disabled and this button text has been changed to sending and background color has been changed to orange. After successfully sending of single email, button text has been changed to success and background color has been changed to green. That means single email has been successfully sent to John Unger email. Now we want to test bulk email sending, so we have select first 3 checkbox and click on send bulk button. After clicking on Send Bulk button has been disabled and the text has been changed to sending and its background color has been changed to orange. After successfully sending of bulk email, button text has been changed to success and background color has been changed to green. That means bulk email has been successfully sent to first 3 customer. Now we have check-in box of 3 customer, so this is Kathleen Nicholson, and here we can see email has been received. Same way we have check into Vance head inbox, and here also we can see one Web's listen email has been received. And lastly in John Unger inbox, also here we can see 2 Web's listen email because we have sent single and bulk email to this customer, so in his inbox we can see 2 email. So here our code is working in all stage level. This type of feature is very useful while you want to send large number of email in single click of button, and here we have used Ajax JQuery, so all process has been done on back-end side without refresh of web page. If you have any query regarding this video tutorial part, please comment your query in comment box, and if you like this video tutorial please share with your friends, or even you can also share on social media also. If you want to get more update regarding our video tutorial, please subscribe our YouTube channel for get more update regarding release of future video. Lastly, keep watching our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching this video tutorial.